I stayed by her side through cancer without question, but when I lost my job she didn't even try to stay. She just left. We had been engaged for a few months. I didn't even understand why someone would leave someone because, well, I loved her. I also lost my mom to cancer when I was very young, 7. Wife was actually 3 years younger than my mom was when she was diagnosed. But lucky her, she lived and fully recovered from the surgery and radiation. The scar even faded. Anyway, 5 happy years later, I get laid off, my wife grows distant, I notice. But I can't get a new job. Hundreds of applications, 2 interviews, no offers. An ever-expanding time gap on the resume. Gig work is extra tough when you know you should be doing better. A bad situation. But I also get in really good shape. Really, really good shape. Because I thought it might help. I mean, I thought I was pretty good looking even before, and now I was getting hit on every day. Just not by her. Nope, an entire year spent and it just made her jealous. At least, that's the reason she gave for remaining cold with me. It was some guy at work, of course. I was never suspicious of her, I guess because she never seemed anything but cold. If all these women could be hitting on me and not her, I'd take her at her word that she was just tired. I'd been cheated on a couple of times before, and since. My experience is that usually the women try to distract you and or assuage their guilt, by being more affectionate. Not her, though. So she had to tell me, after I filed for divorce. To try and make me feel bad, I guess. It didn't work. I already felt bad, you dummy. That's why I filed. Yeah, so a man filed for divorce without any suspicion of cheating. And before I even had an exit plan. Not the smartest move, but I was suffering that much. I ended up having to go back to school and everything worked out as far as surviving went. But back to the revelation, it was obvious now that this guy who did not stick with her through cancer was getting the thoughts that she couldn't spare for me. It was obvious now, though more puzzling, that getting laid off is worse than cancer. With that on the table, it didn't matter whether she had actually been with him or not. The kicker was that at the time, I wasn't even thinking about how I stayed with her through cancer. That was well in the past. I was just thinking about how, now, I looked in the mirror and how that was not what she wanted and that it somehow actually made things worse. But now I do think about how I stayed with her. I won't even say that I should have left her when she got cancer, because it didn't even occur to me then. But damn, if I had known what she was going to do. Now, when I see news stories about rich men leaving their girlfriends or their wives when they get cancer, while everybody else is calling them every name in the book, part of me is wondering if they're just smarter than I was. Was this inevitable? Were these men anticipating this, a woman becoming pathologically self-centered after the fear of death rewires her brain and just straight forgetting that maybe similarly life-altering events for your spouse shouldn't become all about you and you living your best life? Or was she always like that even before she got cancer and I didn't see it? I mean, there's plenty of other reasons to make me believe that these men are just assholes. But I know I'm not, and, well, I have regrets not doing what they did. More like wishing I never met her, really. I mean, I got over the divorce the way people usually do, despite the details of this one. All those women hitting on me helped. A lot. I said that one cheated on me, and technically she did, but I didn't care even though she was the best sex I'd ever had? Or maybe because of that? I was more upset about her dumping me than her cheating. Am I cooked, chat? Does anyone out there have a similar experience?